Good morning, everybody. Lone Wolf Rick here, and it's time for another edition of my Sunday morning vlog here at the end of September. Can you believe it? You know, we're already at week 4 of the NFL season, and I've always said it's like if you're a sports fan, you can tell exactly how fast the years fly by just by the seasons of the sport. We're already a month into the NFL season. And before you know it, it'll be over too. NBA and NHL getting ready to start here. It's like the Golden Knights. It's like I've had a couple of preseason games so far here at the Fortress of T-Mobile Arena. But yeah, it's crazy times, huh? But here in Las Vegas, it's like right now it's about 81 degrees. It's supposed to get up to 104 today. In fact, for the rest of the week, it's like all the way through the weekend, it's projected anyway to get up over 100 degrees. So late summer. You know, usually by this time it's like, but it's been a hot summer anyway. Usually by this time, by the end of September, it's like head down into the 90s anyway, maybe high 80s. You know, it's like I've always said, it's like September's always a hot month anyway. Usually the first half of the month, it's like, you know, it's still around 100 degrees like it is right now. But usually by now, by the end of September, you know, the temperature has kind of started calming down a little bit to the, you know, low to mid 90s and, you know, cooler at nighttime. Well, it didn't get down to about 80 degrees last night, so summer's still here, but you know, at least for another week. So what's going on? How y'all doing? It's like I hope everybody's doing okay. You see, I got my ice cold Dr. Pepper here, which is always the standby. I guess my co-host, huh? But yeah, it's like. But I have found a new flavor soda that this right now will be the first time I ever tasted. It's still ice cold. You know, this will not be ice cold. It's like by the time I drink it, because I have this new soda, new flavor, and it's like gotta share it with you. Unfortunately, it's not a Dr. Pepper product, but when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh! It's like I gotta share this with everybody. It is Oreo Coca-Cola, an Oreo Coca-Cola, but it's part of their Coke Zero family. Supposedly no sugar, 0 calories. Check that out, 0 calories. Now, I don't know how an Oreo and a Coca-Cola, it's like will match, especially with no sugar or no high fructose corn syrup or whatever. But we're gonna give it a try. We're gonna give it a shot here, and I'll let you know exactly what I think of it. Check that out, huh? Nice packaging. I mean, the bottle grabs you, right? You know, it's like it says it's part of the Coca-Cola Creations family. All right, here we go. The Oreo Coca-Cola. If I wasn't looking at the label, you can kind of taste that little bit of aftertaste. You know, it's like that most like diet sodas or no sugar sodas have of an Oreo cookie, believe it or not. But if I did not see the label, it says right here, fizzy cookie flavored. If I did not, if this was covered up and I taste it, I would say it's like has that cream soda kind of taste. You know, which seems a lot of them seem to have that. It's like if they were to come up with these flavors. But you can taste, it's like, especially the cream filling of an Oreo cookie has that kind of like taste to it. Then the aftertaste, it's like, you know, the thing, it's like you taste a little bit of the cookie taste. I would say it's very well done. That's a, you know, that's a 2 thumbs up. It's like, it's looking back here, it's like it has nothing that's good for us, but you know, that's sodas anyway, right? So yeah, you know, if you're a soda fan, especially one of like, you know, 0 calories, it's like that diet thing, give it a shot, give it a try. Kind of impressive, yeah, kind of impressed. It's like I could get that little bit of Oreo taste. All right, so what else is going on? Here's my snacks for the NFL games today. Over at the Target store, I got a thing of mixed nuts here: peanuts, almonds, cashews, pecans, and hazelnut. So this tin's a 15 ounce tin of all these nuts. They're $6.10. Now the Planters has one, which is about, I think theirs is like it says 1 pound 2 ounces, so I guess 18 ounces total. With basically the same things in it, you know. It's like I think they also have the Brazil nuts.
Sir. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to disturb you. I just seen if you got a lighter I could use it.
I do not. No. Sorry about that, everybody. So yeah, so it's like it has the and theirs is like $12. The Planters is so. You know, hey, like I say, right? It's like I'm like a magnet. It's like I do these things. It's like I started this around 8 a.m. in the morning. It's like nobody out here. But it's like when I'm sitting here, it's like in the thing, it's like people kind of magnet to me. It's like, you know, in the thing. It's like for reasons, who knows, huh? This guy was looking for a lighter, so. Anyway, so what is going on? UNLV football? Wow, what a game they played yesterday, huh? They won that game 59-14. They were an underdog in that game. Now, a lot of drama. It's like on the UNLV team, it's like this past week, where their starting quarterback quit the team after 3 games. It's like he led them to a 3-0 record and a top 25 spot. And he quit the team over, he says that the school promised him, as he transferred from another school, he transferred from Holy Cross. He transferred over to UNLV. It's like he said the school promised him $100,000 through that NIL program, and then it's like the school gave him like $3,000, and I guess him and his dad was like, his dad's like kind of representing him. It's like, you know, what's this? It's like, you know, we were promised $100,000. The school says it's like, you know, they never promised him $100,000. He's saying that they did promise him $100,000. I'm betting it's like it's probably a booster or somebody. It's like, you know, he made it seem like it was an assistant coach. It's like that said that. But here in Nevada, it's like, especially it's like, you know, in public school at UNLV, it's like they wouldn't have been able to do that anyway. It's like the money would have to come from private, like a private donor or whatever, through this NIL program that's now set up for all these college players. So it's like he decided it's like to take his football and go home. He quit. He dropped out of school. He quit the team. Now, what gives him, the quarterback, a little bit of credence, it's like that somebody probably did offer him $100,000, is Derek Stevens, who's the owner of the Circa downtown and the D property downtown, offered to pay him the $100,000. And so that kind of gives the quarterback probably credence that somebody did offer to him, because if nobody offered to him, why would a casino owner step up? It's like, you know, the thing, and try to give him, it's like, you know, the money. It's like, you know, thing. So you know, and so Derek Stevens on Thursday contacted the school and said that they would make a contribution. It's like a donation or payment or whatever you want to call it to this kid. It's like, you know, they to pay him the $100,000. And the school said, don't bother. He's already dropped out of school. He's already quit the team. It's like today. So UNLV was going with their second string quarterback, which is probably why it's like they were an underdog in this game. Fresno State came in. You know, they're a good program, a good football team. And they came in, and it's like, and the line went up to about 2.5. Fresno State was favored in that game. It's like, and then before game time, it came back down a little bit. It's like, you know, money started coming out of UNLV. But wow, you know, and I said this. It's like I was telling people. It's like, the thing. It's like, don't give up. It's like, you know, in the second string quarterback, there were 3 quarterbacks. It's like, the thing. It's like they were competing for the starting quarterback job at UNLV, and out of these 3 quarterbacks, it's like it went down to like the final week before the coaches actually picked the starting quarterback. Now, I think it's like, you know, this guy, it's like that had the job, who went 3-0. I think he probably got it because he's like his, you know, higher profile resume or whatever. It's like he was kind of like the big transfer that they got. It's like, you know, he had a great year at Holy Cross last year, and he came into the school. It's like, you know, with great expectations. So I think he kind of won the job. It's like, you know, I'm not sure if he actually head and shoulders outplayed everybody else, the other 2 guys. It's like that were in the runnings for like the starting quarterback, but yeah, I don't know. It's like the thing, but I said, it's like, you know, the second string quarterback's a pretty good quarterback. He was in the running to start. It's like up until, you know, the last few days before they had to name a starter, and wow, did he prove that right? Yeah, his numbers were like off the chart yesterday, and he led a very good UNLV football team. Now, I don't know if this UNLV football team could compete against the likes of, say, Alabama or Georgia, or, you know, one of those like SEC powerhouse teams. But this is a pretty good UNLV football team. And after going to the bowl game last year, and then starting out this year like 3-0, making the top 25. Now they're 4-0, and blew out. I mean, literally blew out a good Fresno State team. It's that was pretty impressive. A very impressive game. As you may have heard, it's like, you know, if you follow football, a lot of the Mountain West schools that UNLV's part of, that's their conference, is going to the newly formed, it's like Pac-12 conference. You know, Washington State and Oregon State wasn't selected by any conference to leave, so they're the only 2 teams that were there for a while. It's like, I think, so they were playing all their games just like with the Mountain West schools, but they go through. It's like, you know, the thing. It's like Boise State. It's like San Diego State, Fresno State, and I know I'm going to be missing one. I think Utah State decided to go. Maybe San Jose State decided to go. They're all leaving the Mountain West and going to the newly formed, it's like Pac-12 conference. So it kind of left the Mountain West Conference as like, what do we do? It's like, you know, if anybody else leaves, it's like we're kind of screwed. The Pac-12 offered an invitation to UNLV to join the new league, and UNLV said this week a final no. It's like they're going to stay in the Mountain West Conference. You know, hope to build this conference up a little bit more, and probably now UNLV, it's like, will probably be the school that'll be the main, maybe the main driving force of the conference, the one that the conference looks to help them get the recognition or whatever. So, you know, it's kind of good to see that loyalty in a day and age when in sports there is no loyalty. But anyway, yeah, it's like, so UNLV did good. They're 4-0 now. We'll see if they go up another spot or 2. It's like, you know, in the latest polls. Yeah, I was going to talk a little bit about I don't know if you're a music fan, it's like, you know, thing, and even if you don't like the progressive kind of punk music, rock music, you've probably heard of Green Day. Green Day did a concert. It's here where the lead singer just really trashed Las Vegas, and I don't know what his agenda was, except he just trashed the city, trashed the scene, trashed everything Vegas is about. I mean, he just, and this is in concert. He did this, and in a concert here in Las Vegas. So anyway, he trashed. It's like, you know, the whole city. So now there's a boycott of Green Day here in Las Vegas, where no radio station will ever play like any Green Day music again. You know, probably a couple of stations probably had them on the rotation fairly consistently, but yeah, it's who knows? It's like, you know, I'm all for everybody having freedom of speech. I really am. You know, it's like a thing, but you know, I think you have to be aware of what the consequences might be. It's like, you know, that comes with that. You know, anymore anyway. You know, it's not like you know, two guys can just sit down and talk politics and smile and have dinner and a beer afterwards. It's like a thing. It's just, that world just kind of doesn't exist anymore. You know, it's like you just have to be aware of like the consequences of what you're saying. And this guy, I mean, you know, Vegas is a influential market. It's like, as far as concerts and everything go, they'll never be back in Las Vegas. So that's the consequences of their actions, or his actions right there, the lead singer. I don't know how the other bandmates feel. I never saw any interviews or whatever, but not very smart. Anyway, I'll just leave it at that. The only other thing I had to talk about is, and this is crazy, out on Interstate 15, when you're leaving Las Vegas and going towards Utah, so this would be going northbound on Interstate 15, heading up to Utah, somebody erected, and I use that term lightly and you'll see why here, they erected a 43-foot tall, bare naked Donald Trump, but minuet because his arms move. It's like, you know, a thing. It's like right along the interstate. So there's this 43-foot Donald Trump. It's like along the interstate here in outside of Las Vegas. That he can move his arms. It's like he's buck naked, and it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It's like a thing. It's like it had a name. It was like they said it was like the reason why they erected it was you know, just because it's like this is just their take of what Donald Trump is. It's like, we'll just kind of, we'll say that and we'll leave it at that. So that's pretty crazy. You know, it's like, so far nobody's ordered him to take it down. I don't know if it's like, if this falls under the freedom of speech thing also, but yeah. So check the internet out. Check out, it's like this 43-foot tall Donald Trump. It's like in all of his glory, standing naked. It's like along Interstate 15. It's like here in Las Vegas. All right, everybody. I think that's going to do it for today. If I had anything else to talk about, I probably rambled on too long about everything else. But yeah, if you kind of like sodas, and you kind of like especially diet sodas or whatever, check it out. It's like a thing. It's like you might like it. It's like, especially has that little bit of Oreo taste. Dr. Pepper, not a sponsor, but you know, it's like maybe one day it's like one of their reps will see one of my videos and say, hey, this guy gives us props and advertising every week. All right, everybody, thank you very much for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. I'm Lone Wolf Rick. Let's all have a great week next week as we storm into October. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Please stay healthy, okay? Let's take care of ourselves. And I'll see you on the next video. Hey, bye-bye, everybody.